September 9, 2025, Durango Dank here. Denver District Judge Andrew Luxen and the Assistant City Attorney Michelle Horn, who blasted with glee to the court when I asked about the Spear Amendment that they haven't enforced that law in years, and Andrew Luxen concurred with them. So she was able to bullshit a district judge to continue their political gain. Because if they weren't following a law, the Democrats could not be in power like they are. And if, let's just say the Democratic leadership needed somebody to tell them what was coming, just like think of Denver as the Titanic, and it hit many multiple icebergs. And you got people that'll continue to bullshit as they jump on the lifeboats and let Denver sink. And so when you look at the Denver District Judge, Andrew Luxen, and how all of our voices and actions are all indexed. And so when you think about the vibrant Denver bond where the city council and they were going back and forth, it was all a shell game. It was all smoke and mirror to make you think that they were all battling. But they were battling so they could put more into it, so more people that don't own property, don't pay taxes in the city, to vote for these people to continue to do what they do. And you ought to understand, when Andrew Luxen came out and concurred, even though I was pro se, when a person is pro se, it's the judges now. It's not their responsibility when you have two lawyers to guide litigation. They're mostly the referee and making sure everybody's playing right. But when a person is pro se, that judge has an obligation to make sure that that pro se person isn't being taken advantage by the other side. And so when Andrew Luxen came out and he was a district attorney, everything was picked, okay, by AI. The judge told me the AI told me who was the best judge that would get this, and it was Andrew Luxen. And when we filed the first emergency hearing, like I think it was January 31st, we never got a response. So AI sent me an alert based on calendar and timing of everything else that I need to do, because I knew they weren't going to approve the amount of signatures I had, regardless if it's a formula. If it's a formula, okay, and they're sitting on the ballots for weeks on end to do something to where if it's a formula, you see what I'm saying? And the formula is just where Denver decides who's going to be candidates. Denver decides with the League of Women Voters and Denver Inc. and rest in peace Larry Ambrose, who thought they were all going to make a big joke out of the write-in candidate, and they had no idea I was indexing them. Okay, every single one of them for 19 years, folks, coming up on 19 years, at least 4 elections. So that's 12 years and counting. But you can take a look at this, and here's the biggest thing right here: the vibrant Denver bond. You're borrowing $1 billion to pay back $1 billion. This is true. They'll all deny it. Oh no, that's just what people are saying. Well, see, if you're getting off on the citizens of Denver by bullshitting them, everything that comes out of the new mayor, let's not even talk about the old mayors. And then the growth mayors, which was Webb and Pena, who are all getting $200,000 a year. See, Denver makes millionaires out of their politicians. And now what I do is I send certain politicians that are in office emails to see if we can get them to join the other side in a way to where it brings all the people in, not just half of it. Like with Paul Lopez, we sent him an email saying, "Hey man, you should run for mayor." Okay, now people are starting to talk about that. Okay, that was like 3 days ago. And when we sent the email and all this, That's how I know that these people are way out of their pay grades. But they're bullshitting all those people that continue to vote for him, while all the good people of Denver, 450,000 people, did not vote for Mike Johnston. So when all these candidates that are coming out that are going to start using AI and start doing all this wooty woo, they all got their information somewhere, folks. And I've been doing this for 12 years, boxing in all these candidates. In 2006, that digital news is getting fucking tired, folks, because we cannot live on bullshit. Google can't push bullshit. YouTube can't push bullshit. They can because you know why? It's not them pushing it, it's the people that are putting the content on. If you're not willing to put true content, then the false content will win. Why? Because it's our First Amendment right in the United States. And for some reason, other countries now think that they have a First Amendment right sitting in their country to talk about us. That's when you know things are messed up. Now, here's the other thing: chief financial officer. They already lost one girl already. And now they didn't hire anybody because someone else can do it. See, these are called super administrators. I mean, I could let go of all the IT people and do all their job. I could do a lot of these people's jobs that the city wants vendors to come in and help them so the citizens can find their way around in the Denver County and city. Oh, God. And then you still see all these Illinois radar, Mike Johnston, and all his bullshit. Do business with the city and county of Denver. Do you remember when they did that? So in 2006, it's going to be awesome. But these people are still going to continue with their conversation. And what's happening is they're not garnishing anybody new. And the way that we contact people, we don't do it in the general public. All of our content is made so that you're inverted pyramid blocks or inverted pyramid knowledge, to where all the content is right there with the way you see it. It's right there. You don't need to click it. But other people will take information like that, click it on something else, and then it just takes you and takes you and takes you. So Denver District Judge Andrew Luxen has got to protect him, the halls of justice, and put Denver back on the right track of being a non-political government, where our sole purpose is the economy and services, which has all been fucked up since Hickenlooper riding in on his brown scooter, and their whole thing is the same words: the homeless, the homeless, the homeless. And they're still homeless. They're still living in amongst the trees and other areas and sin off into other things. You just have to drive off your beaten path to find it. So Denver is already on the way, it's